This just, like, grossed me out so much that, like, I had to get it. It is awful, okay? This pastor takes these anonymous letters that were written to him in confidentiality. He has this exchange with this African teenager, talking back and forth, and the premise of the whole thing is, I loved a girl is not, like, the sweet, oh, I love a girl. He's writing to this pastor, he's like, yeah, I sinned with a woman, so you had sex. You loved a girl. That's just the nice way of saying it, I guess. And the pastor's all like, yeah, you need to, like, get your shit together and stop dicking around, literally. And then later on, like, when he meets the girl that he thinks he wants to marry, it's so bad because then they're both writing to this pastor guy. And it's just, it's the worst thing ever. Like, literally, the young man in this is so fucking, like, disrespectful, man. Like, the biggest misogynist you've ever seen. Oh, this is my favorite part, guys. A girl cannot separate the sensations of her body from her heart and soul as a young man may do. Emotionally, she is moved much more deeply, and the impression of the first man to whom she has given herself will remain with her. She can never dismiss him from her mind completely, even if she hates him later, even if she eventually marries someone she really loves. And even for the young man, the first girl whom he has possessed will always remain his to some extent. Most of the time, a girl, under the stress of emotion, is not altogether mindful of what she is risking. It is up to the man to know it for her. There are so many things wrong with this. Okay, wouldn't men like to believe that if they are the first person a girl fucks that she never forgets them? That's a lie. Because I remember hardly jack all shit. Let's be real. Like, that was the most mediocre, just, like, lame. Like, I can't remember. I can barely remember it. Wouldn't you like to think that you just made this indelible impression upon, you know, like, you're the best, like, ugh, no. Do you really think the first time having sex is, like, so great for the girl that she's just like, yeah, I'll never forget that. And he possesses her. Oh, you possess her. Yeah. Because it's an item. This cannot be more wrong. And then the fact that she can't separate her sensations of the body from her heart and soul. So what you're saying is you can't have casual sex. Wow. I think you need to go and get on Tinder and reassess. Women don't know how to have casual sex. Only men do. Like, what? I'm getting heated just reading this again. It's better that your wife be a little bit younger than you, but not too much. Says who? Why? Like, is it better because you need someone, okay, and I do understand this because I feel like it's a power control thing, but, like, men that like virgins or men that like women that are younger than that, like, I feel like it's all control. Like, if you have a girl that doesn't know much about the world, then that's better for you because you don't have to actually act like a civilized human being. Like, you want someone, like, I feel like that's what the whole virgin fetish thing is you want someone ignorant that you can control, that won't challenge you, that has no life experience. Like, it's just disgusting to me. For the first time in my life, I have seen in a girl a human being, a person. The first time was when you were a teenager. This whole time you've been walking around thinking that girls aren't people. There's other alien species. Like, they don't have feelings or emotions. They're just pretty. They're just pretty alien thing. Like, I honestly, what the fuck, dude? And then within, like, a day of meeting this girl he wants to marry, he's like, I cannot imagine anyone better fitted to become the mother of my children. Hold up. That's literally a page over from the first time in his life he saw a human being and a girl a human being. Like, literally, day one. Day two, now he wants her to be the mother of his children, and he just now realized that girls were human beings. You're moving pretty fast, Francois, I think his name is. And he gets all pissed off because, I guess in Africa, there's a tradition of paying a bride price, and the dude basically gets mad because he's like, how can these girls just go along with this and not protest against, you know, us having to pay for them? And the reason he's saying this is because he doesn't have any fucking money. It's not like you're paying to own them. It's more of a, does this man actually have the resources to take care of another person?
It's not really
you're not
money,
buying her.
Yeah, if you have, well, it kind of is.
He's like getting all mad about it. Like, why are they demanding this bride price? Well, you didn't have a problem with the way the culture was until you wanted this specific girl and you didn't have any money. Like, you were fine with it. You were fine with everything. Ugh. Why is it that all girls imagine that as soon as a fellow approaches them, he has nothing else in mind but having sexual relations? You mean like you at the beginning of the book?
Doesn't see them as humans.
Doesn't see them as humans ever. He makes a reference to girls that are already spoiled. So, yeah, you can spoil things with your dick, apparently. And it's funny to me because it's so outlandish, but it's still a thing today. Like, if a woman has a lot of sex and it's known, like, she gets called names. Like, you're a slut, you're a whore, you're whatever, you're easy, But if men do the same exact thing, no one cares. He's just a player. I fucking hate it. It's a double standard. Here we go. It's a battle, above all, to resist the temptation to satisfy your desire alone by yourself. When this temptation comes over you, then remember this. The sex instinct is given us as a means of communion. To satisfy it by yourself means to abuse it because it isolates you and make you seek in yourself a satisfaction that is to be received in communion with another. For this reason, it turns you in upon yourself, while the real act of love should open you to your partner. Performing the act alone leaves an aftertaste of defeat, shame, and emptiness. Okay, how are you going to say masturbation is bad? Like, how are you going to say that? Like, I'm sorry that you feel an aftertaste of defeat, shame, and emptiness, but that seems like that's a personal problem. He's saying that every time you're horny, you should be having sex with another person? Like, I don't fucking think so. Like, I'm honestly scared. That's too much. How are you going to be like, yeah, you can only have sex with these girls once you marry them, but also, like, don't masturbate. Like, what do you think that means? Now he's going to be rushing to go get married to this poor girl. I feel like that's why he's in such a fucking hurry to marry her. Can't even jack it. I'm dead. Just, like, everything about this is just hilarious.
Pastor, how do I get her to marry me? I'm so horny.
I'm not even going to, like, donate this. I'm gonna like throw it away or burn it or something. Like, no one deserves to read this. So bad. I don't know why I did that to myself. Christian propaganda. It didn't even really drive much of a point home. I mean, they just ran away. Like, I don't get what the point was. And then they ran away and he never talked to him again and he published the letters. Like, what the fuck? They didn't even like say, oh yeah, cool, yeah, publish that.
Basically, they just like had sex before marriage.
I mean, they probably did it once they ran away.
Broke the rules anyways. That's why they never wrote back. Some good you did, Pastor.